Thanks, Neil. Very good morning, everybody. This is Legal Eagle. He's on the stand side of the track. They're going past the 400, and he's set off along with his stable companion, French Navy. Both these horses have their race day riders in the saddle, and you can see Legal Eagle, his ears pricked. They're having a nice early morning workout, and Anton Marcus will probably ask Legal Eagle just to extend that little bit more now as they enter the final 100, and so too French Navy. And Legal Eagle, hard held. He certainly enjoyed that morning breeze up here alongside of his working companion French Navy.
This was the first of the Gallops this morning. Legal Eagle obviously closest to us in the Mayfair Speculator Silks, and French Navy, a Group 1 winner on the far side. And Garth, just to recap and get your observations for the viewers who may have missed it early on, you were happy with both horses?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, these are, I looked at them in the parading before they went out, two very fit horses. There's not much left to do other than just to show the public. And the main thing is just that they're moving well. He's got them spot on.
Now, we've actually got Derek Brookman, who I'm going to hijack because he's right next to me, and ask him for a thumbs up. We had heard, of course, and was confirmed by Anton Marcus, that Safe Harbour had matched him quite well prior to the Lormeron Queen's Plate in the Gallop.
Horizon, that is leading his stable companion Marinaresco in those familiar pink, white and blue silks that you'll remember that was carried to victory by the mighty Pocket Power a few years ago on consecutive occasions. Horizon led till about the 400, and now Grant van Niekerk is asking Marinaresco to gather up his stride as they enter the final 200, and this is Marinaresco. He's the current second favourite at 5-2. He's really stretching out beautifully. He's enjoying his gallop. Ears are backed, and he's into that stride as they come past the winning line. His stable companion Horizon that worked alongside of him, you will of course also see in action on the big day when he takes up his place in the Investec Derby. So that was Marinaresco.
Here, this is It's My Turn, who's working on his own. I think Anthony Andrews is riding for Justin Snaith this morning. I think it's over 1,600 metres. Let's have a look, Garth. It's My Turn. He looks well. Ears pricked.
Yeah, moving well too. I mean, he's just going through the motion. He's not under any pressure. He's just going at easy half pace.
Okay, yeah, it looks well enough. And Fred Krabbier, of course, put so much time, effort, passion, money into the game. It's great to see his colours always so prominent on the South African scene.
Keegan de Mello, number 11, on the saddle. And he was running from the 800-metre mark. And he's certainly striding out very nicely. He's equipped with the blinkers. And you can see him, his ears are back, and he's really enjoying this early morning workout here. He was working alongside of Speed of Africa. That was his working companion on the inside of him. And these two were put through their paces up the straight course from the 800-metre mark here at Kenilworth. From the 1400-metre mark, and he'd already drawn alongside of his working companion Edict of Nantes. Corne Orfer is on board Captain America, being put through his paces. He's drifting slightly over towards the stand side rail. His ears are up, and he's starting to gather his stride now, and I'm sure Corne is going to ask him just to extend that little bit more, and there he goes into the final 100 as they approach the winning post. And he's certainly put in quite a nice workmanlike performance this morning, going through his paces, and his stable companion this morning was Edict of Nantes. So that was Captain America. He's currently available in the betting at 20-1. He's Whiskey Baron, who set off from the 1400-metre mark. He's under Greg Cheen, and he's been doing a very easy workout. He's now into the final 200, and this is where he changes legs and he starts to extend that little bit more. He certainly looks very well within himself. Ears are back, and he's into his stride now as he comes past the winning post. That was Whiskey Baron. He's currently third favourite at 9-2. Many feel he is the fear of the unknown after reeling in 4 successive victories in a row coming into this year's Sunmet. Indeed, Brazuca, who set off from the 1400-metre mark, and he's going through a very easy tempo. He's come from the 1400 all the way around the turn, and he's now into the home straight, and he's got his pilot Gavin Larena in the saddle. He's currently available at 40-1. He's had one run down here in the Cape. He finished 3 lengths off Whiskey Baron in his last start. He's now approaching the 400-metre mark. Ears goes back, and he's now being asked to extend as he changes legs and gathers his stride, approaching the 200-metre mark. And just to give us that little bit extra to show his well-being, he He's certainly starting to gather his momentum nicely and stride out well as he approaches the winning line. He is currently available at 40-1. Is number 9 Brazuca being taken through his paces by his jockey on the big day, Gavin Larena.
Okay, now here's something that we don't always see, and I just want to inform the public of what we're looking at here. So as you can see, it's Glenn Cotson's horse. This is Gold Standard, who's the 3-year-old Bay Thoroughbred colt. Now he's not going to work today, but he looks in good health. His ears are pricked. He's just walking around the parade ring. But this is to confirm, and I've got it in front of me, and thank you very much to the stipendiary stewards and indeed to Glenn, because he's been very open with us. I'm going to read the veterinary report. So it says, this is to confirm that I was asked to examine the above-mentioned horse, we're obviously talking about Gold Standard, at the training yard of Mr. Kotson at his request following the colt's gallop at Kenilworth Racecourse. I found the horse to be jarred up in front, and based on this, I've advised that the horse does not gallop again today, which is Kenilworth Racecourse, the 19th of the 1st. Okay, lovely. Now, we've got the Conglomerate and Macduff here. Let's go to Revaughan. This is Conglomerate in front, Macduff behind him, and let's take you to Revaughan.
Two took off from just past the 1600-meter mark, and they're being put through their paces. Yanni Becker is on board the Conglomerate, who at this stage is the one in front in the familiar Mayfair Speculators colours, and alongside of him is number 13 Macduff, who has his pilot Donovan Dillon in the saddle, who now draws alongside of the Conglomerate as they come past the 400-meter mark, and these two have really been going at a nice easy gallop, and both of them are now probably at the 200 going to be asked to extend that little bit, show us their well-being as they stretch out over the final furlong of their gallop for this year's 2017 Sunmet. Macduff and the Conglomerate working in alongside of Summer Sky, and these two had set off down the Kenilworth Straight from the 800, approaching the 400. He's got Grant Burr in the saddle. He's another one of those 100-to-1 shots for the race. He also brings in quite a bit of the Whiskey Baron form line into the equation. Past the 200 now, Mambo Mime, ears are back, and Grant is now just niggling him to get him to extend that little bit more as they come past the winning posts, and there he gathers his full stride now and eases up as they go past the winning post. That was number 12, Mambo Mime. She had set off from the 1400-meter mark. I've been watching her very carefully. She's been doing it nice and easily, coming all the way around the turn, and she's got Anthony Delpeche in the saddle. She's now probably going to be asked to extend as she enters the home straight, approaching the 400-meter mark. She is a grey daughter of Dynasty, and lots of people will be following this grey filly. Remember, last year the Met was won by a filly. Could it be history in the making that we see a filly win it 2 years in a row? She's now passing the 200. It does look like a tongue had come over the bit from what I can see, but Anthony's taking her through her paces very easily and now just being asked to extend over the last 100 meters as she comes past the winning post. This is Bella Bella. It is indeed Baritone from the Justin Snaith yard, a 66-to-1 shot. And he took off from the 1400. He's going through his paces very relaxed and at a very sedate gallop. He's just getting into it now as he turns into the home straight. He's got 600 meters of his gallop to go. He's a son of Trippy, and he will be ridden by Andrew Fortune on the big day. This morning it's Anthony Andrews that is taking him through his paces. He's doing it very easily as he goes past the 400, and I'm sure Anthony Andrews will ask him now just to extend that little bit. His ears are pricked, and there they go back as he now gets into his stride over the last furlong of his gallop for this year's Sunmet. He's one of the longer shots in the race. He's had it an easy gallop all the way around and just extending that little bit over the final 100 as he now comes past the winning post. That's number 10, Saddlecloth Baritone, for this year's Sunmet.